Okay, so now let's talk about the highest level. Let's talk about sustainability. Okay, so as I see it, a great model when developing the income streams in the leverage section here is to do it in a way that has the potential to create something that can later be sold. So when you're creating this income stream, always ask yourself, who would want this? Okay, so for example, perhaps one of your ideas in this leverage phase is to purchase a rental property. Okay, again, maybe you'll use income that you earn from the foundation, this education part down here, to fund the down payment, and then you'd leverage some money, a mortgage, to acquire the asset. Okay, so this might generate some monthly cash flow, but also the value of the property. So the property that you purchase here, okay, may go up over time. Now, it may not, but it might. So as you make your mortgage payments, and certainly as you make your mortgage payments, even if the value of the property doesn't go up, as you make your mortgage payments, you're going to continually build equity in that property, provided the market value stays roughly the same. Okay, so this creates balance sheet income or balance sheet wealth. That equity in this property starts to create some of that balance sheet wealth. So now one of the questions is, down the road, I mean, you can sell this, right? Someone may want to buy that from you. And so again, as you're building some of these things in this middle level, think about who would want this down the road. Who would want to buy this from you? And for almost every product or service, there's someone who would be interested in expanding their market, buying your client list, owning your intellectual property if you've written a book or if you've developed a patent. I mean, you can think of anything, but the key thing is who might want this down the road, because the cash flow is good in the middle, but oftentimes where the real wealth comes is when you sell it to somebody else. Okay. So I just want to remind you about the video on the risks of money leverage here. I don't want to make this seem too simple. There's certainly a number of risks when it comes to leveraging money, which is why in a lot of cases I recommend that people get started thinking about things they can leverage that involve, people and systems, right? Where you're really putting in your own time, not your money, to develop it. So again, the example of writing the book is a good example. Maybe you can put together some sort of an online an online program where you're earning income, but it just takes a little bit of time to create those affiliate relationships. Any other form of royalty, where you're if you're writing music and selling the music, any of those kinds of things are examples of leverage because you're getting paid for them more than just the one time that you did it. Okay. So here's another example. Suppose you love to hike, but maybe your full-time job is as an attorney. So suppose you started a business organizing hikes of various types: kids hikes, elder hikes, Colorado 14ers, hikes from Denver that are 60 minutes or less. I mean, you could come up with an endless list of different hikes. So suppose you were able to charge $25 per person for a guided hike, and attracted 10 people per hike and guided 20 per year. That's $5,000 in income, right? That you really didn't work for. Yes, you were guiding the hike, but I mean, if you think about it in those terms, you would have been on those hikes anyway. And so you might as well, try to figure out something that you're passionate about, and that's a big key here, passion, and try to find a way to monetize that in a way that's enjoyable for you. I mean, this $5,000 is certainly enough to fund your IRA, for example. So if you think about it, you've just created a new income stream that in turn, can be invested in a different way and create some portfolio income for you down the road. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. This idea of this bottom layer, this education, is a great place to start and learn. But as you start to generate some ideas and some opportunities for income here, sustainability, this is where you take that $5,000 and invest it. Okay, that's going to grow over time. So, but you didn't fund that investment from money that you made from a job. you funded that investment from money that you made doing something you love and that you're passionate about, that you could use leverage because you went on one hike. Here's leverage again. You went on one hike, but 10 people joined you on that hike and paid you $25 each to join you because they knew that you'd be a great guide. Okay? Hopefully you can kind of start to see this. So, any business you can create as a new income stream has the potential to create wealth. And again, always think, who would want to purchase this? Okay, do you have a great product that another company would want, or a great client list, repeat business? Any of those kinds of things have value for other clients. Okay, so then let's just talk really quick, and then we'll wrap this up on the sustainability. That's the moment when your balance sheet becomes far more important than your income statement. Remember, we talked about balance sheet wealth versus income statement wealth. And once you're at the sustainability level, typically you're probably no longer working for money. And your assets that you've built, using this leverage model, people and systems primarily, are providing enough income for you that you're able to live your life that you want to live from income from those assets. Again, the assets could be businesses, right? It could be a business. It could be real estate. It could be investments. It could be several different things. Okay, but remember, what they're not are things that you think are assets, but that really aren't. So, it's not your house. It's not your golf clubs. It's not your Rolex. Okay, those are all trinkets, and those don't generate any income for you. So, don't be spending your money that you earn down here on those kinds of things. You're never going to get where you want to be. If you look at this income that you're earning down here and you take a piece of it, leverage it using people and systems to create new cash that then in turn can go over here. Sorry for the mess, but I'm almost done. I think you can kind of see the thinking that I'm hoping to inspire you with to go out and do that. Okay, so that's all I've got. That's a wrap for this series. Please check out the Growing Video blog. Watch these videos again and again until they make perfect sense to you. If you have any questions, email us at financialchampions@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks again for taking the effort, putting the time into this series and learning from it. Okay, take care.